Greetings, Collective Coven. This is Trey, aka Taboo Tarot Reader, author of Astrology for Divination. And today, October 5th, 2024, in honor of the Venus and Moon conjunction in Libra, I am recording this Tarotscope to offer to the Collective Coven. And this is a special transit because Venus rules Libra, and I just thought it would be an interesting transit to do a little Tarotscope. So if you're new to these Tarotscopes, we work with the tarot initially as a supporting tool to help anyone tuning in to work with and visualize these energies being triggered by the current transits. And then I do a little bit of intuitive tarot before closing with a final message. So if this sounds like something that interests you, welcome. Let's dive deep. Now, this Moon and Venus conjunction in Libra can be symbolized by the Moon, Major Arcana, Ogvi. And we have here the Two of Swords, Minor Arcana, representing the Moon in Libra, or corresponding with the Moon in Libra, I should say. For the Tarotscopes, hopefully teach viewers about correspondences. And the Two of Swords is one of my favorite minor arcana. As you can see here, this is actually the priestess, the high priestess, blindfolded, holding the swords of justice, an act of invoking retention of the senses. Then we also have the Justice, Major Arcana, Libra's card in the tarot, also representing that fall equinox energy. And if you work with the tropical Western zodiac, the eclipses have been along the Libra Aries axis, but I prefer to work with the Vedic Sidereal zodiac. Now we also have here, this is the Moon energy pretty much thus far, 3 cards. And then we have 3 more cards representing the Venus energy. So we have here the Empress, Major Arcana, the Supreme. And how do you know who is the Supreme in your story? Well, darling, if you have to ask the question, then you are not clearly the Supreme. Now, are you? But following that solar eclipse on the 2nd in Virgo, in which there was also a triple conjunction of the Sun, Moon, and Mercury exalted in Virgo. Okay, Venus is friendly with Virgo's ruling planet, Mercury. So, you know, how the Empress fared the eclipse season remains to be seen. We'll dive a little deeper. But we also have here some more characters coming into play. The Queen of Swords, Minor Arcana. This crafty queen. This is a crafty, cunning queen. 'Tis the Queen of Swords. And this represents the Virgo-Libra cusp in the ecliptic. Strong air energy are the swords, the element of the mind. Discernment, intelligence, and intellect. And then rounding out this trio of other characters, we have the Page of Swords, representing Venus in the air signs. And this to me is an energy about setting your intention or finding clarity about intentions regarding maybe a new project, a new endeavor, a new pathway, things of that nature. But these are the 6 arcanas that symbolize this Moon and Venus conjunction in air sign Libra. So, what I'm sensing here, you know, the Two of Swords, Libra, the moon in Libra, this energy I'm sensing, there's an overall invocation amongst these characters. I'm sensing for many people in their stories, this could be some type of legal battle with the justice playing out over a paternity lawsuit. The Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords could be a mother and child, and the Two of Swords could be, this conjunction could see the processes of the ultimate final decision starting to move forward, really. And what I'm sensing here, if that's your story, that the Empress in this case may represent like a grandmotherly matriarch type figure, and to really turn to her for wisdom and advice. I think the Queen of Swords character is someone who is a very mental person. This is someone who knows that there is perhaps a need at this time to not overshare information that can be weaponized against you. In this case, potentially a court situation. So again, depending on what your story is, that could just be some good advice in general, right now. But what I'm sensing here, if that is not your story about this being some type of paternity lawsuit, what I feel this could be, this could be about like intergenerational trauma or healing with the Justice card. So this, to me, represents in one aspect, okay, the exchange, right? The exchange of energy. And again, I'm sensing for many people, this Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, and Empress, whoever's embodying these energies in your story, could potentially be family members. And there's, with the moon here, there's some family secrets, some skeletons perhaps hidden in the closet that are relating to the matrilineal line, okay, in your bloodline, not the patrilineal, the matrilineal line here with the Empress. So for some people, it could be about getting even as deep as mitochondrial DNA type of shit, or this could be as surface level as, again, just finding out that Daddy had a lot of secrets that he kept hidden in his closet. And Mama, knew about it, but like any dutiful Empress, bit her tongue for a very, very long time. So I'm sensing this could be like an energy of family secrets coming to the surface, being revealed potentially for many people in their stories at this time. Again, following the eclipse, which has this general energy of unveiling the hidden, the moon, things that people think are hidden in the shadows. Shadow work potentially is at play still. But I sense here with the Justice ultimately too, this could be about, in your family, readjusting your expectations, especially a Queen of Swords character. Again, who is someone who exists in their mind and probably has very high standards for the way they maybe want their child to behave, or a path they want their child to take. Or if this is not a child, this could be a younger coworker or associate, or a mentor-mentee relationship. And again, that this Queen of Swords may have very high standards and expectations of perfection. And that's a generational curse, perhaps, stemming from dominant culture, about the pursuit of perfection and how that can destroy a child. And so, again, coming back to the Two of Swords here, representing the moon in Libra. Retention. You know, let's clarify. I want to clarify in particular any hidden and supporting energies of the Justice in relation to that Two of Swords energy. So yeah, let's do some intuitive tarot now, using the occult tarot deck. Spirit, what are the hidden supporting energies of the Justice in this spread, representing Libra's card? Let's put her there. Yes. For some people, I'm getting this message with retention that now is not the time to get knocked up. With the Empress card as well, just, you know, take what resonates and leave the rest. Just, yeah, like, I don't feel the moon in Libra is the best space for lunar energy, so it's just maybe, again, a time to think of your intentions with procreation. What's the intention going into that act? Or a creative project, you know, that you're giving birth to, things of that nature. I just feel like, yeah, there's could be family secrets too about, you know, daddy had a second hidden family, or, you know, like really scandy candy drama of half siblings that were secret and were not known about, love child, you know, things of that nature. I just feel this overall energy with Venus and Libra, the sign that it rules, of fertility and the biological consequences of just really wanting to get knocked up, and you don't know why. You just need to get knocked up. Like, there's this fertile myrtle energy I'm sensing with Venus in Libra. But let's see, what are the hidden supporting energies of the Justice in this Tarotscope? Spirit. There she goes. Wow, we got two cards. The Three of Wands, fire energy. That's that sexual energy I'm sensing. Perhaps. Then we also have here the Six of Swords. More air energy affecting the Queen of Swords and that Page of Swords. Just a good look at these images and associated earth entities, as I like to call them, for the algo. This Christo-fascist algo. Yes, these are earth entities in the occult tarot deck. You know, wise up, level up, buttercups, and maybe don't say their names out loud at home in your space, you know, unless you're trying to get freaky. You know, unless you made a little circle of Himalayan pink sea salt and drew a pentagram, I would not say these entities' names out loud flippantly, but just get a good look at them, and I will read the messages, which you already can probably have read, but for effect. The Six of Swords, the entity associated with this minor arcana, the message is travels the world over in an instant and brings anything, anywhere. Bag lady, pack light, gives the truth about thefts and hidden treasures. Ooh. Don't we all love a little hidden gold at the bottom of the pot? And willing to do anything one commands. How demure, how mindful. Six of Swords. And then the Three of Wands. For this entity, the message is thus. Procures the love of a woman. A woman. Tells of things past, present, and future. Builds love between friends and enemies. Ooh. So perhaps there's some, makeup, hate sex going on with some folks in their story with this energy, and that's how they potentially get knocked up. Yes, hate sex is definitely a thing, unfortunately. But I'm sensing here with this combo of arcanas for the hidden supporting energies of the Justice. Okay? Yeah, like I said, overall I was feeling this energy of like fertile myrtle, fertility with Venus and Libra. Procures the love of a woman. Builds love between friends and enemies. So this is begging the question, are you sleeping with the enemy? Are you trying to procreate with your own oppressor? Are you in some type of straight Stockholm syndrome and think that a little demon incubus succubus baby is going to make you happy? If you spawn, that's going to solve all the problems in your relationship? Really ask the question, what is that desire to procreate beyond biology? Because it's like, the mind and the body are never separate. And ask yourself the question, do I want to have this man's child because I have some type of romantic fantasy about what that will do for our connection? And am I romanticizing the reality of bringing in a child right now in 2024? You really think about these questions and your intention, because the Six of Swords energy is all about being very logical. This is about really being as objective as possible when making, again, some type of massive decision, which is, again, being invoked by the Two of Swords. Again, going inwards for clarity and tuning into perhaps not intuition, but tuning into discernment. Because I think there is a slight differentiation between intuition and discernment in this context of all this air, swords, mind, energy. So again, the Six of Swords is saying travels the world over in an instant and brings anything everywhere. Okay? Maybe that's a message for some people to, before you spend all your savings to bring in a child to this earth, why don't you go travel around? Use that money to go travel around a bit, and get those types of experiences. Perhaps leave your comfort zone. Maybe just go somewhere else. Take a quick road trip during this conjunction, and maybe that will give you some clarity before you make any type of life-changing decisions, before you, especially like I said, if you're trying to go down the planned pregnancy route, get knocked up. Okay? Gives the truth about, again, thefts and hidden treasures. So the theft bit was interesting to me in this message because of, again, like the Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords is also like invoking, like I was saying, with the Justice, I was feeling like this court energy of, not to be stereotypical, because a lot of readers, when the justice pops out, are like, oh, this means, you're going to court because your baby daddy ain't paying your child support, and he's going to be paying your child support. That's what I'm seeing from these cards. But, like, I am sensing this energy for certain, and that if, again, that's your story, that there are probably themes of thievery, theft going on that either you're already aware of, or with the moon card that you're not yet conscious of. That could be theft of literal physical resources, money. It could also be, for many people, in the context of procreation, energy vampirism and energy theft. There's levels to these, and I do not make hard predictions. I read energy. When you are reading energy, there are always levels and multiple fractals or possibilities or probabilities for the ways these energies will manifest in each individual story. But, these are the hidden supporting energies, the Six of Swords and Three of Wands for the Justice, Major Arcana. And I'm sensing for another message with the Six of Swords, if you are going through a legal court battle, the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords with the Six of Swords is invoking document everything. Document every conversation with the ex or ex-partner, parent, whatever your situation is. Document any and all communication. Document spending behavior. Document everything. The Six of Swords, again, is all about, for me, the logical, objective, discerning mind. And the Queen of Swords, if you feel like, you are perhaps embodying this energy, you need to be very discerning right now and not let emotions deter you from taking the necessary precautions and preemptive steps. And documenting everything is the best preemptive strike a Queen of Swords in this context can make, especially if they are attempting to guide their child or whatever, this Page of Swords. And document everything. And yeah, so this is what I'm seeing and sensing. Let's now close out this reading with a final message from the Angel Tarot. So it's kind of like, I guess occult tarot you could say is the yin deck, and the Angel Tarot is the yang deck. Both beautiful decks. Spirit, what is the final message that the collective coven has a need to know in order to manifest optimal outcomes during this Venus and Moon conjunction, this juicy conjunction in Libra, the sign that Venus rules? Venus is very comfortable in Libra. Whatever that means to you. Some of you are like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Well, it means ultimately whatever you intend it to mean. For we are constantly creating meaning as humans in our stories. But let's see what the angels from the Angel Tarot have to say. Angels, what's going on with Sky Daddy up in heaven? What's going on with Sky Daddy? Sky Daddy. Guidance, Sky Daddy. Oh my god, we like need so much clarity right now. Sky Daddy. Angels. Archangel Michael, we're invoking you. What is the final judgment post-eclipse season 2024? Again, the solar eclipse in Virgo was only 3 days before this conjunction. Excuse me for being silly. I hope you're not offended. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Christo-fascist. You're offended by Sky Daddy jokes. Am I gonna get canceled by all the tarot ladies? We'll see. Okay, our final 2 messages that popped out face up are the judgment. Well, I've spoken into existence, perhaps. But, wow, this is definitely that eclipse energy. Again. The message is thus. Atonement of heirs. Destroys the power of enemies and humiliates them. Well, well. Maleficent voice. Well, well, well. Seems like any gutter bucket basic scrubs whose acidic sperm impregnated some females is, you know, they're gonna get their judgment day. So you don't gotta worry about their karma because it's not your karma, boo-boo. You got to understand that there are divine forces that are gonna take care of it for you. Like, you don't have to do anything to destroy this good for nothing, this trifle and troglodyte trick. You don't gotta do nothing. You don't gotta expend mental energy beyond, like I said, all the humble advice I gave you earlier. But just know that, again, divine forces are gonna give final judgment in the end. And we also have here the 9 of Cups. It's a very nice, sense of contentment to this karmic retribution that you know is coming to that POS who, is, I know it's hard sometimes when we really feel that love for someone, 9 of Cups, but the message is thus: healing, preserves health, and cures diseases. So just a little bit of more information about the astrology. In Vedic astrology, Venus is enemies with the moon. Because, we had here, again, that the message about enemies popping up again. Destroys the power of enemies and humiliates them. So just keep that in mind. Again, that this lunar energy is, the way it's blending with the Venus energy in Libra. Again, the moon's not comfortable to be in Libra. In fact, the moon, you could say, is an enemy territory, being in Libra, whilst Venus is extremely comfortable in Libra. And so Venus's enemy, the moon, right, is down. So I'm sensing this final message with the 9 of Cups. Beware of people who kick you while they're down and enjoy and find contentment in their own gloating. People who weaponize help because they're narcissists. Just beware of that. Like, beware of ulterior motives, given the simple fact that, again, in Vedic astrology, Venus and the moon do not vibe. Okay, y'all? But the 9 of Cups here, again, is invoking, like, ultimately that whatever outcomes manifest for you in your personal story, okay, no matter whether you are embroiled in a court battle no matter whether you are attempting to procreate, no matter whether you are, I don't know why, you know, prioritizing, you know, bringing life onto a planet and climate collapse, you know, just my personal opinion. But the Nine of Cups is saying that perhaps you need to focus on healing yourself. Because again, the Nine of Cups is very self-contained energy. So this to me is invoking, like, if someone did you dirty, right, there's still some self-healing you gotta do. There's still some need, again, maybe there was atonement, maybe you had closure, but if you did not have atonement or closure, you gotta do some self-healing work, especially before you attempt to bring new life into this world and guide new life in this, unfortunately, doomsday dystopia. And that's just what I am personally seeing and sensing. You know, take what resonates and leave the rest. A lot of readers may romanticize Venus energy, but what's interesting to note is that in Mayan astrology, the gender script is flipped, and the ancient Mayans perceived the Venus star point cycle as an omen, and especially an omen of political warfare and impulsive sexual and reckless human behavior. And therefore it's important to recognize that Venusian energy often has sometimes a knack for, especially if you're also looking at it from the Vedic astrology perspective, people being sexually impulsive, okay, which leads to what? Often, you know, getting knocked up when you're not emotionally mature enough yet to do that. And therefore, just keep that in mind, because the whole scale imagery, in my humble opinion, of the Justice, of Libra's card, okay, it's really invoking ultimately not balance between the feminine and masculine, and not to romanticize that dance. But this is about balance between the light and the dark, the yin to the yang, okay? And to remember that, you know, because I think the scales ultimately are reminding us that Venusian energy, in order to work with it, you have to approach it from a grounded, balanced space. Otherwise, that Venusian energy, if you read about the Mayan myth of Venus, which they called Quetzalcoatl, it can go down a particular rabbit hole of lust and amorality. So that is what I am seeing and sensing, again, with this final message from the Angel Tarot, as we are 33 minutes deep. Where does the time go when you are having fun? And if you tuned in all the way to the end of this Tarotscope reading, thank you so much. Your presence is truly appreciated here. Again, my name is Trey, aka Taboo Tarot Reader, author of Astrology for Divination. And if you're interested to learn more about Mayan and Vedic and Hellenistic Western astrology, you can check out that book, Astrology for Divination, a 444-page magical guidebook, on my website and the online ebook store. It's a very, very reasonable investment of $5 for that ebook. And I have a couple of other ebooks for $3, and you receive that as a PDF that you can own forever. And I highly recommend it if you are curious to learn how to intuitively interpret your birth chart and all of your major planet placements. It integrates the astrology and tarot in a way that I hope is very practical practical magic. So all that being offered to the collective coven, the interverse, may optimal outcomes manifest in your personal story. And also, if you are on the parasocial psychosis, aka social media channels like Instagram, can head over to my Instagram at astrology for divination to check out what is going on with all the current transits, the latest Tarotscopes, forecasts, memology, astrology. It's all there for you to consume. Thank you. Toodaloo.